Hello students, today we are going to learn a very lovely and beautiful poem, that is The Brook. The poet is Alfred Lord Tennyson. This poem is based on the natural beauty, that is the rivers. Now about the poet. Alfred Lord Tennyson, he was born on 6th August 1809, birthplace England, UK, and he died on 6th October 1892 at the age of 83, England, UK, okay, and he was a British poet, English poet. Now about the poem. The brook is a symbol of life. The brook's journey from its origin to its destination. The brimming river represents a man's journey of life from birth to death. Brook teaches us the message of determinedly moving on, overcoming all obstacles. But he must keep moving like a brook. Here, the brook is a small stream, a small river. In this poem, a river is being compared with a man's life, man's journey from birth to death. And it gives us a message, a lesson to keep on moving with a great determination in our life and overcoming all kinds of obstacles and problems in our life. And keep moving like a water, the brook. So let's start our poem. I come from haunts of coot and hern. I make a sudden sally and sparkle out among the fern to bicker down a valley. The stream originates from a place which is a habitat of aquatic birds like the coot and the heron. Then it takes a quick sharp turn to enter a field where a flowerless wild fern grows. Then it makes the bickering sound as it moves down the valley. Here, the stream, the water, the river, it is a place habitat of aquatic small birds like coot and heron, okay? And it takes a quick sharp turn. It enters the field where there is flowerless plant, the fern is growing, making a bickering sound as it moves down the valley. By 30 hills I hurry down, or slip between the ridges. By 20 thorp a little town, and 100 bridges. It is said that the stream races past a land full of hills. The number 30 is used as a metaphor to denote the vast number of hills the stream passes by. Here, the stream, the river, the water flows by number of hills and mountains, and the 30 word is a metaphor used to denote numerous over here. It makes its way through ridges that are common in hilly terrain. As it continues its journey, it leaves behind many villages and a town and so many bridges. The river, the stream, it keeps on flowing across many villages and a town and many bridges. Like the earlier word 30, the word 20 and a half, 100 have been used to express a great number. Here in the stanza, the word 30 and 20 and a half, 100, it shows great number, numerous. You see here the peak of a brook. Till last by Philip's farm I flow, to join a brimming river. For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. Here I is who? The river, the brook, the stream, okay? The stream has assumed the grip of a human being. It knows a man called Philip, whose farm it flows by before it plucks into a river full of water. The stream, the river, it passes by a farm of whose owner is Philip. Okay, a man called Philip, whose farm it flows before it meets to the big river, full river, a river full of water. Then the stream gloats over its ability to defy the ravages of time. It says that it has outlived even the mightiest man born on earth. It means that river is still flowing from years and years, from ages and ages. As compared to the man, even the mighty strongest men have outlived, have died on earth. The author has perhaps been overwhelmed by the timeless existence of the stream and man's helplessness before the cycle of birth and death. The man is totally weak, helpless before the cycle of birth and death, before the time. Okay? The man dies away and vanishes, perish. But the stream, the river, it keeps on flowing for ages and ages, for many ages. So it is said that the poem is overwhelmed by the timeless existence of a stream, the river. I chatter over stony ways in little sharp and trebles. I bubble into a eddying bay. I babble on the pebbles. It is said that the terrain the steam travels through is vast and varied. It negotiates turns, runs over trebles, blows up bubbles when the going gets rough, when it dashes against the innumerable stones and pebbles, it makes a continuous tone. Here it is described the sound of the water flowing with a great speed. Okay, it travels through is vast and varied. It negotiates turn and run over troubles. While flowing, it also dashes through the stone, okay, and the pebbles, and it makes a continuous tone. Here, the poet is trying to describe the sound created by the water while flowing. You see the another pic of your brook. With many a curve my banks I fret, by many a field and fallow, and many a fairy foreland set, with willow weed and mallow. Meaning, the stream appears to rejoice at its gorgeous flow through the undulated countryside that abounds in farming field and all cultivated land. Here, the stream is flowing continuously with great joy, rejoicing at its gorgeous flow through the countryside, through the farms, land. Okay, it flows past some pieces of land that have rich vegetation. They look exquisitely beautiful, that means extremely beautiful. There are the willow weeds and mallows. Colorful birds chirp in the company of humming insect and butterfly that look like a fairies from the sky. Here the poet has a beautiful comparison of butterflies with the fairies. He is comparing butterflies with the fairies from the sky. It looks like a fairy foreland set, okay? And it looks very beautiful, extremely beautiful, with the colorful birds chirping in the company of humming insect and butterflies. Here it describes the poet is describing the atmosphere where the water is flowing continuously. I chatter as I flow to join the brimming river. For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. It means the stream agog with exuberance and joy continues with its chatter. The I is over here, the brook, the stream, the river, the water, okay? Chatter means while flowing, the water is making some kind of noise, beautiful noise, chattering. It flows relentlessly to meet its final destination, the brimming river. Before meeting the big full river, it flows. The stream appears to have an uncanny ability to weather the vagaries of nature and defy the onslaught of time. It is indestructible, unlike the boastful humans who, despite their best efforts, cannot escape the jaw of death. The poet is trying to tell that even the boastful, even the strong, mightiest king men have died. Okay, they cannot escape the jaw of death and the life. Alright, but the river, the brook is indestructible. It is continuously flowing from ages and ages, and it can bear the vagaries of weather. You can say unexpectedly change in weather and defying the onslaught of time. Here the river is flowing continuously non-stop for ages and ages, and it is been compared with the man's journey from birth to the death, and man is weak, destructible. You see a picture of your brook, okay? It's so beautiful. I wind about and in and out, with here a blossom sailing, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling. It is said that as the stream continues its journey amid the flora and fauna of a countryside, it gets a flower as its companion. It carries the flower alone. It happily offers sanctuaries to small fishes like a trout and grayling. The river is flowing, the water is flowing, with that it is flowing amid the flora and the fauna, plants, okay, animals, the countryside. And with the flower, the plants are also floating. Plants, leaves, petals are also floating with the water. It carries the flower along. It has a companion flower as its companion. And it also offers sanctuary, a place, a habitat for small fishes like trout and grayling. And here and there a foamy flake upon me as I travel, with many a silvery water break above the golden gravel. Here I repeat, the river, the brook, okay? The stream encounters turbulence along its way as it hits various obstacles like stones, rock pieces, and gold color gravels. The splash creates foam and bubbles. This foam shines brilliantly in sunshine, assuming a silvery glow. As you see over here, the poet is appreciating the nature, the natural beauty as the water flows. It hits the obstacles like stone, rocks, and gold color sand crystals, which creates a white foam above the water and bubbles. And that foam and bubbles they shine brightly in sunshine, which seems like silvery glow, a silver glow. It looks like a silvery glow, very beautiful. You see here in the pic how the form is being created while it hits the pebbles and the stone, and it shines under sunshine, and it is up like silvery glow. Okay, students? And draw them all along and flow to join the brimming river. For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. Here these lines are being said again and again. For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever, because this poem is comparing with the man's life, man's journey. There are many men who have taken birth, strong kings, mighty men, and they have died. The man may go, but the river, the stream is going on forever and ever, for ages. So let's see once more the meaning. The force of the flowing water of the stream pushes all that comes its way, from the light flowers to sand particles to gravel and the stone. But natural, the water has some strength, some power. It pushes some force. It pushes whatever comes on their way, whether flowers, sand particles, stones, gravels. The destination remains the same. The way, the path remains the same. Okay? The brimming river where the stream will empty its content is flowing to meet the big full river, and it keeps on flowing till it reaches there and mixes with the big river. This relentless flow of the stream continues unmindful of time's devouring potential. It is not a mortal like the human who have to surrender to death and destruction one day or the other. As I said, so this poem is comparing the brook, the river, with the man. Man is mortal, that is destructible. So human who have to surrender to death, man will die, destructible one day. Okay, but the river will keep on flowing. Relentless flow of a stream, continuous, unmindful of times, devouring potential. Okay? I still by lawns and grassy plots. I slide by hazel covers. I move the sweet forget-me-nots that grow by happy lovers. That grow for happy lovers. Here it is said that the stream passes by lawns and patches of meadows. It leaves behind shrubs like the hazel, some blue-colored ornamental flowers like the forget-me-not, associated with romance, fall on the water of the stream. It carries them gladly, Thus, the stream becomes nature's messenger of love, life, and longevity. Here, the poet is trying to tell us, express us, as the water flows by the lawns, meadows, grassland, it leaves behind shrubs like hazel. With that, even the blue colored ornamental flower flows with the water. The name is Forget Me Not. Okay, and this flower is meant for the messenger of love, nature's messenger of love. Okay, as if the romance fall on the water of the stream. You see here in the pic how the water is flowing continuously. Okay, I slip, I glide, I gloom, I glance among my scheming swallows. I make the naked sunbeam dance against my sandy shallows. The stream has to maneuver its way past the many obstacles that tends to stop it. But the exuberant stream is unstoppable. It flows as the shallow bird, swallow birds looking for insect, skim over the surface of its water. The stream dances majestically in the sunlight as it flows past its shallow sandy banks. Here the poet is trying to explain as the water flows, it passes through many obstacles. An exuberant stream is unstoppable. That is, the water, the brook, the river is full of energy, excitement, cheerful, and it is unstoppable. It flows as the swallow birds looking for the insect scheme. It compares with the bird looking for the insect, skims over the surface of its water. And the stream dances joyfully, majestically in the sunlight. It shines, the water shines as it flows past its shallow, sandy banks. I murmur under moon and stars in brimley wildernesses. I linger by my shingly bars. I loiter around my creases. The stream has no break in its journey. It is continuously flowing, unbreakable, indestructible. During its journey at night, it sees the moon and the stars. Now the poet is describing the flow of the water, the river during the night time. During its journey at night, it sees the moon and stars. The wilderness of the surrounding, full of the thorny brambles, shrubs, does not unnerve it. It mingles with the sand pebbles and cabbage-like plant. This stretch of the journey appears to be slower in pace. Here, the river flow, the stream is described very beautiful during the night time. It's seen the moon and the stars, okay? And it passes by even the thorny bramble shrubs and even mingles with the sand pebbles and cabbage-like plants. So the journey is very beautiful and bit slower in pace. It's beautiful, right? And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river. For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. It is said that then the flow resumed in its relentless pace, negotiating turns and curves. Finally, it joins the river, its final destination. After flowing continuously, after passing many villages and towns, hitting many stones and rocks, finally it joins the big full river, its final destination. The stream again mocks the human as ordinary mortal who gets consumed by time. Again, the poet is trying to say that again the river is mocking the human life, making fun of human, because men are ordinary mortal who dies and and perish away and consumed by time. On the other hand, the stream is perennial and undying. And on the other hand, the river, the stream is continuously flowing for ages and ages. It is perennial and undying. You see here, the river is continuously flowing and it is being reached the final destination, that is the big brimming river. So, in this chapter, you have learned a comparison of a river with a human journey from birth to death. And the river is, as per the poet, the river, the brook is continuously mocking the man journey, the man who is mortal. Okay? So with that, we end our beautiful poem and hope you have understood it very well, and that will definitely going to help you to solve your questions and rest of your exercise in your note copy, class copy. So good luck with your studies, student. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.